How are you guys doing? This is Ryan, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the elephant in the room, and that is, was I wrong about Nikola Motors? I've done a couple critical videos of Nikola Motors in the past, and 2 weeks ago I did a video saying that Nikola Motors was likely to fail, and the very next day the stock nearly 3x'd. So, you can only imagine how people react to that video. Every morning I'd wake up, drink my cup of coffee, and I got some positive comments, but boy were some people really upset with me and thought I was wrong. So in this video will be my reaction after the stock went up about 3x from the time I made that last video. And do I think I'm wrong? So with that said, let's jump into the video. Congratulations to all Nikola shareholders that were able to make a lot of money in a short time, because this stock truly went ballistic after the now former CEO Trevor Milton tweeted a picture of the Nikola Badger and said at the end of June you will be able to reserve this truck and take delivery probably within the next year or so. So this company, who's never sold a car or even built a factory to build a car in, exceeded the market cap of Ford, who has been building vehicles for over 100 years and doing well over $100 billion in revenue. Things are getting crazy. So if you've been watching this channel for a while, I have said time and time again, I believe we are going into a tech bubble. I think it's very likely. And the way I come to this conclusion is that stocks tend to run for about 20 years and they end up in a bubble, and then we go into a commodity cycle. So we're just over 10 years into our stock market run, and the next decade is going to be very prosperous. And we are also living in a world filled with innovations, whether that's retail with companies like Amazon, or things like Facebook that changes the way that we interact with people and have friendships, or disruption in transportation, in energy sources like Tesla, and even things like Robinhood. And this is about to come full circle. Robinhood is the app I use, and also a lot of beginner investors like to use the app as well. It's been very popular because it was one of the early pioneers in commission-free trading. So commission-free trading, it has brought in a lot more people into the stock market. And with an app like Robinhood that has a very simple and easy to use interface to buy stocks, you see a lot of retail investors without a lot of experience in the market chasing up stocks. You mix that together with something like Tesla, which a lot of people have watched the stock skyrocket this past year. Everyone wants to get in the next Tesla. This is how you get a company that's never sold a car worth more than a company like Ford Auto Company. Just think about cryptocurrency. Everyone wanted to find the next Bitcoin. And during the last crypto bubble, you had everyone searching for those cheap coins that were going to take off and be just like the next Bitcoin. These coins that were promising to change the world and do all these innovative things, but most of them turned out to be garbage projects. So this is where we fall into something called the hype cycle. My friend Gen X Dividend Investor did a great video on it. I'll link it in the description below, but I'll also put the chart on the screen here. And pretty much it shows the chart with an exponential curve going up after innovation has been triggered. When people understand there's an innovation here, we ride this train up until we hit the peak of inflated expectations. And then that's slowly followed by the trough of disillusionment, and it's a pretty hard fall down. So in my opinion, not financial advice, you have a company like Nikola that doesn't have to really prove anything for a while. We don't see the company really projecting any strong revenue until like 2024. They're supposed to do over $3 billion in revenue. So what you have is just the company, and Trevor Milton specifically, running up the hype cycle, telling people he can out Elon Musk, which is kind of baffling. And I might have a bias, but Elon Musk is like very inspiring to me, and is the only human being to create $3 billion companies, and has put humans in outer space and revolutionized the auto industry and revolutionized payment services with PayPal. To make a claim like that is just strictly bogus. And then Nikola Motor Company comes out and says that they have a battery that is twice as good as Tesla's, by stating it can do 500 kilograms per kilowatt. Nikola isn't really involved in the innovation of their battery. They're just buying them from, what I understand, Bosch. They're just buying them. If it was such a great battery, don't you think Tesla would be buying it? And then you have Trevor Milton saying how the Badger, the truck he's coming out with, is going to destroy the F-150. It's such a better truck. He doesn't have to prove anything, so he can just keep on jacking up the stock price and telling people how great it is and how he's better than Elon Musk and how his truck is better than the F-150. I heard a good quote recently by Gary Vaynerchuk, and it states that there's two ways to build the tallest building. And that is, one, physically build the tallest building. And the second way is to build a building and then tear everyone else's down. I think Nikola Motor Company should just focus on building the tallest building that they can build, or the biggest company they can build. So I'm just making these videos to know that this stock is a massive hype, and which is not a bad thing. You can make a lot of money from it. And I said that in my first video, that you can absolutely trade this right. That you can make money from things that may not actually be good, tangible investments. You can ride these babies up until they've hit their peak of inflated expectations. But just as fast as that stock goes up, it could go down. Or it could even do what Tesla did. Tesla IPO'd at about $230 million market cap, and after, I believe, 6 months or so, the stock skyrocketed to well over a $20 billion valuation. A huge run up in stock price. But then the stock went sideways for 5 years. Did nothing, was not a very good investment. Tesla was spending those 5 years proving it deserved that market cap, but then eventually the valuation stayed too low for too long, and that's why I made a video predicting that Tesla stock was gonna end the year at $950, when it was just a $300 stock. Because looking at charts, I felt like it was safe to assume that Tesla would 5x its bottom price of $170. You could have bought Tesla stock for $170 a share just last year. And I think the trend will continue. I think Tesla will become massively overvalued once again, and it's already ascending in that direction. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And if you're enjoying the video, please make sure you subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. It greatly helps the channel reach a broader audience. But I know you guys are all waiting for those mean comments, so let's jump into them. I won't put their names here, I don't want to put them on blast or anything, but these were really entertaining to read. This one says, I think it should come to no surprise that the author of this video happens to be a Tesla stan. Not a fan, a stan. A crazed or an obsessed fan. The term comes from a song Stan by Eminem. You guys remember that song?
Gotta call me, man. I'll be the biggest fan you'll ever lose. Sincerely yours, Stan. P.S. We should be together too.
The term stan is used to describe a fan who goes to great lengths to obsess over a product or a celebrity. Call me what you want, but why do you want to pay $30 billion for a car company that has never made a car and that is merely trolling a company that is dominating? And I already mentioned that I am a fan of Tesla. It's okay to be fans of some things. I'm not doing what Stan did in that music video, so maybe a bit of a stretch there. This next comment was the day after my video went up and the stock was going crazy. They go, okay everybody, go look up all those Nikola YouTuber that said don't buy and sell it. Message them, Nikola. And then they write another comment, Nikola. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys made money. And I'll add to that, my friend J-Mac with J-Mac Investing, I'll link his video in the description below. I'm learning a lot about these reverse mergers, how these companies are going public, so you get in a little bit early, and he's doing a good job of doing research to find out these companies that are doing a reverse merger, and you can buy the shell company, get access to the stock early, and then let it IPO and go nuts and go crazy, and then try to sell somewhere around the top. So IPOs are traditionally not great investments because the stock is so expensive before retail investors can really buy it. But this reverse merger thing is giving people an earlier opportunity, and we'll see how long that goes on for, because I think as more people become aware that reverse mergers are good investments, then it won't be such a great investment because everyone will pump up the price, making it massively overvalued. The next comment says, love the haircut. That's actually a nice comment from my friend Marie with Minds in Motion. Thanks, Marie. Here's another comment. Keep hating, boys. I'm up 90%. Let's go, Nikola. Laughing to the bank. Ha 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 ha. I don't blame you. This person goes, Ryan, I got 125 shares at $45. I'm up like 3,000 today. Tomorrow they're gonna go up 25 to 35%. And by the end of the week, probably around another 85 to 100%. I just read this comment and I think if investing was only that easy, you just buy the stock and it just keeps on going up and going up and going up and getting rich. Investing is actually pretty hard. And I feel like on some level in the market right now, there are lessons to be learned, and I think you're gonna see quite a few unseasoned investors get humbled with change of events in weak stocks. We'll see if I'm right. So those are just some of the comments. There were a lot of other positive comments. This is kind of a polarizing topic and you can talk about it from so many different angles, but please join the conversation down in the comment section. I love the dialogue. If you disagree with me, that's cool. I don't always think I'm right on everything too. I'm okay with being proven wrong. Don't fall in love with your views too much to the point where you would never change them. Let me know, am I wrong about Nikola Motor? So to summarize this video, I don't think I was necessarily wrong about Nikola Motor. I still don't think that they're likely to be successful. I think there's a lot of red flags that people need to look out for, and these videos that I've done actually try to point out red flags that investors should be careful of. But if time goes on and the red flags that I'm saying are proving not to be true, do you agree with me that this stock is getting near the peak of inflated expectations? And the only way to go really from here is down. But the one thing you have to keep in mind that I keep on saying, we're going into a tech bubble, so who knows how massively overvalued this company can be. Can you value a car company that's never made or sold a car at 80 billion, $100 billion? How valuable can you make something that has never actually been proven in the market? It's a concept. The market is saying it's a $20 to $30 billion concept. But let's keep the dialogue going. And as always, guys, I'll see you in my next one.
Oh